I remember the phone ringing. There was an officer, Lee, on the phone, and he announced himself, and he had said, "Mrs. Langoni, your son has been in a very, very bad accident."
A year before I did American Idol, I was hit by the drunk driver. I was in the far left lane over here. Right about there is where it happened. 9:30 at night on a Thursday. I'm coming up the hill and I see the sky, and it was purple and orange and blue and all these beautiful colors. I noticed that there's more traffic coming down than usual, and all of a sudden I see this guy flying over the hill. The sound, I remember the sound. It was such a unnatural, gross, weird, sick sound.
Covered in shattered glass, rock bottom in a flash, crashing down to the floor.
They started working on the other car first because there was more chance of life in the other car. When they got to mine, they had to rip my car off with the jaws of life. That's what woke me up. I looked up at him, and he looked down at me, and he turns around and he screams, "He's alive." And I say to him, I'm like, "I look that bad? I look that bad?" I said, "You have to call my family."
I mean, the worst phone call you could possibly get.
I do remember the screams in the back of the phone call, but I knew my son was alive.
A lot of the doctors said that they've seen crashes that were half of what my crash was, and they were fatal.
They told us point blank, we didn't think anyone was alive in that car. I mean, he's put together by plates and screws. His legs, his ankle, his arms, his hip. He survived. And that ultimately acted as a catalyst for him to do Idol.
Everything happens for a reason. I strongly believe that. I'm just blessed to be here.
And all these scars I wear remind me that I'm here, living for something more.
I went back to school full-time. I went back to work full-time. I was drinking a lot. I didn't feel like I had anything else to work for, and it was the lowest point in my life. I started drifting. I didn't know what to do.
That accident was a huge awakening.
That minute, that moment, that second was a minute to say, okay, what do you want to do? Because you're not doing a damn thing right now. And you're definitely not doing anything that's benefiting you in any way. But everybody every year always is like, yo, you need to try out for American Idol, you need to try out for American Idol. It was like, yo, this is a sign. I auditioned and now I'm here.
The first day of the auditions in San Francisco, he was amongst thousands of people singing, to the point that other contestants just kind of hung around him in a circle, chanting his name.
He had sent me a text mail, and he had said, "Mom, I made it to the next step." I knew it. I knew at that moment that he was going to make it to American Idol. I had no doubt.
That energy and that drive and that focus never left him. He had a purpose.
And American Idol was in itself a completely crazy and very enlightening experience.
I said I'm not ready for goodbye.
That everything could be taken away from you in a heartbeat, and that you don't really run your life. There is a plan, and it is set. And you gotta just do what you feel in your heart is right.
Like it's the last day.